Now, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Swati. I'm an executive mom power coach. So basically, I help moms who are executives overcome the physical challenges of motherhood. So this could range from a poor posture to a weak pelvic floor to neck pain, back pain, etc. Basically, all the physical challenges that we moms face before, during, and after pregnancy. All right. And so we're going to talk about how can you stop slouching while sitting. Now, most of us understand that we should keep our spine straight and we should sit erect when you're sitting on your chair, when you're at your office or your workplace, or even when you're sitting watching Netflix. But then, how do you do this? So, let's talk about 3 easy tips that'll help you to stop slouching. And I recently met somebody who had a poor posture, and I saw them sitting, and they were sitting in a poor posture, and they were using one of the best ergonomic chairs that's available in the market. So I am talking the likes of Herman Miller, Steelcase, etc. Now these are chairs that are ergonomic chairs. So basically, they are meant to put you into a good posture. However, it is not necessary that every one of us buys an ergonomic chair and all of us splurge out on one of those. But it is possible to have a poor posture in one of these ergonomic chairs or to have a good posture in a simpler office chair. So, now how do you achieve a good posture and not slouch, irrespective of what chair you're using? So let me give you 3 tips on this. So the first thing you have to understand is, in order to keep your spine in neutral, we're not talking about like an overcorrected or erect spine like this. We're just talking about a spine that's sitting in neutral. So neutral is when there's least amount of stresses on your spine. So, the first thing that you need to understand is your spine is divided into your cervical, thoracic, and lumbar, mainly these parts. So, if you look at the cervical spine, that is your neck area, so behind your head and your neck area, how do you keep this in neutral? So, what you have to do is understand there's something called a chin nod. So, if you were to look at me, say, sideways. And if I was, say, reading this piece of paper here, so if you look at me sideways here, most of us tend to have our posture either here or here. Now, how do you bring your spine into neutral is you look at a point that is horizontal from your eyes. So leave the paper for a minute. You look at a point that is horizontal from your eyes. So let me show you with this hand. So if I draw a line from the horizontal from my eyes, this is where I'm looking. If you look down 5 to 10 degrees below this horizontal, this position for my neck is my neutral. So let me show you with this piece of paper. So if I am looking at this piece of paper, or suppose it's a book or even your phone, the top of the paper should be about 5 to 10 degrees below my horizontal gaze here. So this puts my cervical spine or my neck into a neutral posture. So that's point number 1. The second point that I have here is for your thoracic spine. So we're talking about your mid back. Most of us tend to sit up straight when it comes to your lumbar spine or keep our neck in neutral. However, our mid back is where we tend to slouch. So you might have seen people sitting like this. When this happens, your whole spine goes out of alignment anyways, right? So your neck is also, you cannot maintain a neutral neck that 5 to 10 degrees below horizontal when you're slouching at your thoracic spine. So I'll tell you a very simple hack for this. Take a tennis ball, put it in the area between your shoulder blades. So somewhere around your mid back area here and on top of the spine, and then sit back in your chair. Of course, you need to have a chair that has got a back that is high enough to support your scapula, as in the mid back area here. So when you put a tennis ball there, the moment you slouch, that tennis ball is going to drop down. I've even tried this when I'm driving because I tend to bend forwards from my thoracic spine. That's my weak spot. So that's the trick for keeping your mid back in neutral. So just having a tennis ball sitting there on your spine or on either side of the spine if you prefer. You can have 2 balls there, and the moment they drop down, you're slouching. So you're going to then put your thoracic spine back upright. For your lumbar spine, this is the third tip. So for your lumbar spine, take a towel, roll it up, and put it into the curve of your lumbar spine. Now, what that does is it gives a support to your lumbar spine, and then you have this feedback from the towel, from the rolled up towel, telling you to keep your lumbar spine neutral. If you have one of those fancy chairs, then they would have a lumbar roll. So adjust the roll to the level where the curve, the deepest curve of your lumbar spine is sitting, so that you're able to support it well. So if you have your neck, your mid back, and your lower back, that is your cervical, thoracic, and lumbar spine neutral, you will automatically not slouch. There are many other points that you can look at when you are trying to stop slouching or sitting in a good posture. However, these three were the easiest ones that I could think of to tell you today. So try this out and let me know how you go. And if you want some details on the ones for the chin nods and how that works and how it can act, not doing the chin nods and sitting in a poor posture for the neck can actually give rise to headaches and dizziness, etc., you can go on to my YouTube channel. I've got quite a few elaborate videos in there. Forward head posture, chin nods. If you if you search on the YouTube for my videos, you'll be able to find it there. Alrighty, and I hope that was useful for you. If you want to know more about posture, a good posture, how to achieve it, and then how to maintain it as well, right? Most of us will sit in a good posture, but after 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or 20 minutes, you'll actually lose that good posture. So, how do you maintain that good posture? If you want to learn about how to achieve and maintain a good posture, you can join my free community. I'll leave a link in the description below. For those of you who are watching me on Instagram, the link is in my bio. Alrighty, guys, I hope that was useful, and I will see you next time.